Hey, good afternoon. This is Jamie, the FMA chef. I'm brought to you by the Cultural Arts Training Foundation, www.theculturalarts.org. Again, www.theculturalarts.org. Today's menu, we're going to do one of my favorite things, chili. We're going to do a vegetarian chili, vegan chili. The only difference between what I do, if I use a meat or meatless, is just ground turkey or whatever ground meat I decide to. If you like meats, I suggest local market meats, local butchers. That's just for me. Otherwise, go all green. So, this is what I like. This is how I like to make my chili. I'll show you some of the ingredients today. Today we're going to use, not everybody wants beans, which chili without beans. So we got a can of kidney beans and black beans. Like I said, not everybody's tolerant toward beans, so obviously when it comes to chili, you have fun the way you want to make it. But like I said, this is how I want to make it. So what I do, I like to start with my beans. We're going to use some quinoa. I personally like adding corn to my chili. I just like the texture. We found this in the fridge. Got some zucchini, red pepper, onion, diced tomatoes. My favorite thing to add to chili, sweet potatoes. And we got our spices here. We got chili powder, cayenne powder, paprika, black pepper, cumin, salt, and I like to add a little turmeric also. A little bit of vegetable broth. So what I did, and I got my garlic here, so let's turn this back on. So what I like to do is I'm going to pre-cook a couple of these, just to bring a little flavor out. So we're going to add I always like to add a little bit of some spoons. Add a little garlic. This is already preheated a little bit earlier. 1 spoon of garlic. I just like having fun cooking. Chili just happens to be one of my favorite things because it's like throwing a whole bunch of things together, and all of that flavor that it brings out gets me nice and fired up. And I feel good when I eat it. Like I said, if you do have a problem with beans like this, so you can either cut this in half, or like I said, not add any at all. Actually, what I will do is we're going to add our sweet potatoes. I'm just going to let them cook in there. Yeah, we are doing this crock pot, by the way. And going to add. Oh, I'm sorry. I already have half a cup of broth. And I'm going to add my quinoa. Now, I used to have a bigger crock pot, but unfortunately my wife dropped it. So now I have to use the smaller crock pot and make less. Let's mix this around a little bit. Add our diced tomatoes. And I really pack this stuff in here. Just push that in there. I really pack this stuff in here. All I'm going to do is add my onions and my peppers. I'm going to cook in a little zucchini. I'm just going to Heat these up a little bit, unlock some of that flavor. Let's add my corn over here. And add some beans. We're running out of room. So all we got left is a little bit of vegetables to add in. And if I'm too loaded here, what I'm going to do is take some to the side and cook it later. This is the one thing about having the smaller crock pot now, is that I have to readjust all of my measurements. And as you can see, I'm a little loaded right now. So what I think I'm going to do is take some of these ingredients out. For now, and that's okay. Add a little bit of vegetable broth. Add a little more vegetable broth. I just like having fun with it. Yes, and you shouldn't cross-contaminate too much because it's not healthy, but we're all good here. A little seasoning, some salt. Let's add a little salt here. Some black pepper. I like to call it an extravaganza of flavor. Come over here. What I like to do, I don't really like to get measuring cups and spoons. When I went to culinary school, everything's just wing it. Alright, so what I do, one of my methods when I use spices, is what I'll do is I'll go vertically, diagonally, I'm sorry, horizontally. It's like going up and back, and then going to the side. Yes, this is some cayenne pepper, so we are going to be a little hot. Paprika. And cumin. And like I said, for a little anti-inflammatory, I like to add a little turmeric. What we can do here, it smells so good. We are going to add our veggies. Stir this around a little bit, move it around with the spoon. Ooh, this smells so good. And I'm going to slow cook this, probably about 6 hours of slow cooking. Maybe 6 hours of slow cooking. Or did I say 6? Maybe 4 hours. Again, this is the thing, we're going to come in, we'll test it. I want to see the flavoring, and then I'll adjust as I go. Like I said, the chili is however you want to make it. Everybody wants to make it different. Some people like to make deer meat. Yeah, whatever. Man, let's add a little bit. See if we can add some of this back. Cool. It's all back. It's going to be a little bit tight. So I got to remember the next time to cut down my measurements. But, yeah. Have the opportunity to cook this out for a few hours. Another half cup of vegetable broth. What I hear is I have my own little chili Mexican spice makeup here. My secret, well actually my wife's secret recipe. So In this case, what I like to do is add a little bit of her flavor. This is a family meal. Except for my daughter. My daughter doesn't like the chili. My son likes chili. My wife loves the chili. And obviously I love the chili. Like I said, it's just, sometimes it's just nice. You just go into your fridge and you just grab what you have in your fridge. If you grow your own vegetables, obviously you can, you know, aim it towards however you want your chili to be made. But like I said, just sometimes you just go into the refrigerator and just grab things and just have fun with it. Like I said, that's the thing about chili too. You just can have fun. You know, you add that little spice. You can add some of those vegetables. You know, you can make it meat. You can make it meatless, depending on what you want. You know, and here it is. You can cut stuff up. You throw it in the crock pot, and you just let it sit there, and it'll cook on its own, basically. And you just come by and check on it, see if it's the flavor that you're looking for. And again, for me, what I do is I'll do my first spice, mix it around a little bit, and then I'll come back again, and I'm going to do the same process. Up and down, side to side. Up and down, side to side. So basically it's, I layer it here, come back up, then I turn it this way, layer it here, come back up. And that usually kind of gives me what I like as far as my spice. And that's just a learned thing, just like anything. Everything's learned. I don't go as much on the salt, for obvious reasons. Dumped out a little bit too much there. And cumin. And we're going to go back to our turmeric. And let's do another turn. Oh boy. All right. So what we're going to do here, select on low. Let's go 4 hours and we're good. Okay, so any other questions, just give me a shout. You can also check us out, the Cultural Arts Training Foundation, www.theculturalarts.org. I'm Jamie, the FMA chef. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.